Hi there, welcome to I Alone Fly Tarot. I'm going to do a tarot card reading for Sagittarius energy. And for this round, we're just going to ask for a topic to be discussed, if that's one card that comes out, or a little storyline. And then we're going to get some advice and potential outcome. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Magician in reverse, the Two of Swords in reverse. And the reason it came out is because of the Dreamer. So, Queen of Wands, Magician, Two of Swords. Well, the Queen of Wands can represent aligning with our more worldly, egoic nature, and then we can be in relationships with other people who are kind of caught up in that. And the Magician can be people who, in shadow, can be people who try to manipulate and control us. And the Two of Swords can be about being stuck. It's Leo, Gemini, Virgo, and Libra energy. And I look at the Dreamer as like the Fool card, Aries energy. You know, as we go through life, we are all kind of more in our worldly egoic nature of the Queen of Wands, Leo energy. We do tend to operate more from our ego. There's all these things of the world that we want to invest in, and all these things that we want to manifest, but partly it could have been because we weren't illuminated to the truth, and we were kind of caught up in being more about ourselves, indulging ourselves, more about ourselves. And then as time goes by in life, and hopefully we learn these lessons, which Sagittarius energy is about higher learning and education, we kind of get more inspired in our fire sign energy to quit making our life more about these things of the world, and to want to, you know, we've learned all these lessons. We've gotten in all these different relationships and jobs, and it was all to help us get clear about what our truth was, and hopefully to get out of our ego and being caught up in the illusion and seeing the truth that I want to live my authentic life. I want to be in the career fields of friendships, romantic relationships with people who are motivated and inspired to be authentic and loving and just and fair, and not be manipulated by all these things of ego and the world. And I think there's some people in the world that are doing that, and then there's people exactly the opposite. Instead of, they reject harnessing these energies in a high vibe way, and they're still got lessons to learn. Other people reject harnessing these energies in a more worldly way, and everybody's going to go on this journey. The Fool card talks about that we all have lessons to learn in life, depending on, are we more motivated by ourself? The Fool card is Aries energy, which is about the self. Are we still more about ourself, so we don't want to be more open and loving and listen to our intuition because we want to be more about ourselves? Or have we learned to love and believe in ourselves, that we've gotten out of being caught up in the illusion, that we're really willing to go live our authentic life? So everybody's going to go on these journeys to learn lessons in life. Tell us a little bit more about this story, about how people are either going to move forward in life more, you know, high vibe Sagittarius is life's an adventure to be lived, and life is all about learning these lessons. And I do want to learn these lessons in life, and I do want to grow to my full potential. High vibe Aries would be, I want to make good decisions in my life. I want to be a good leader in the world. When I'm in relationships with other people, I want to make good decisions if my decisions are going to affect people that I'm in relationship with. I don't want to do it out of pride or ego, or try to manipulate people or confuse people about the truth of who I am. But other people are doing that. And the people in your life who you know do live their life like that, you would think that they have some more lessons to learn in life. So you're cutting those people out of your life, or distancing yourself from them anyway, because you just view life differently than you did before. So then we have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. You've seen the truth. You've seen the truth that where you were kind of immature, indulging yourself, getting caught up in these things of the world. And now your truth, aligning with the truth, is stopping you from acting in those more immature ways. Because if we take action in truth and love, we're actually putting in work and effort to bring our dreams into reality. The Six of Swords is Aquarius energy, which is about our dreams. If I keep indulging my more worldly egoic and being manipulated by my ego, letting the world manipulate me, let other people manipulate me, let my more immature nature manipulate me, my dream isn't going to come into reality. And I've seen the truth of that. If I want to head that direction, I have to quit taking steps in that direction. And I have to quit investing my time, energy, and effort into that direction and start investing it in that direction, you know? So high vibe people have seen the truth, and even though there might be some things they would like to go indulge in the world, they've seen the truth. When I don't take action in truth and love and justice and fairness, that's kind of when the devil comes into my life to let me know I went down the wrong path. And I'm going to learn some hard lessons. I've already been down that path. I've already learned those hard lessons. I don't want to live my life like that anymore. And instead, I'm going to harness my more fiery, creative, inspired, intuitive nature to start taking action to bring those dreams into reality. Why? The Six of Swords moves away from the Five of Swords. Something was causing us mental conflict, and it could have just been that we were in jobs or friendship or relationship with people who really weren't on the same page as us. Their dream and their idea of the dream life and what drives and motivates them was different than our idea of the dream life and what drives and motivates us. And we saw the truth of it. And I got out of my ego about it. I can always want other people to change. I can want other people to heal or grow or mature themselves, have hope and faith and belief in themselves, look at life from a higher perspective. But I can't make them do that. They have free will. And they have the free will to live their life whatever way they want. I just have to see, is that my truth or is that not my truth? And if that's not my truth, I just speak my truth. I'm moving forward like this. Do you want to move forward with me in this way? And if they don't, and they want to maybe repeat an old pattern, I've already been there and done that. I don't want to repeat that pattern. So I've looked at life differently. I have put life in perspective. I keep life in perspective. Are there things I want in the world? Yes. But I also want authentic, loving, just, fair relationships, to be proud of myself, to grow and heal and mature myself. And I'm not willing to sacrifice that to indulge myself just in these and make my life about me or these things of the world. I'm going to temper my more shadowy Sagittarius energy to focus on harnessing my Sagittarius energy of looking at life as an adventure to be lived. Life is about learning all these lessons. I saw the truth. Living my life a certain way, being in certain jobs and friendships wasn't aligned with my truth. And I'm going to start taking action in my truth to bring my dreams into reality. So what is the advice for people in high vibe Sagittarius energy? The Two of Wands. Why? Because of the Ten of Swords. The Two of Wands, again, in Aries energy, you have a dream. And the Ten of Swords is that the Tens can talk about a completion of a cycle. We do repeat certain patterns in our life and ways of living life until we've kind of learned the lesson that we were meant to learn, where we were meant to temper ourselves, grow up, heal, mature, look at life from a higher perspective, have hope and faith and belief in our dreams, whatever it is. And once we have completed that cycle and we realize that the way we were living our life, that wasn't quite aligned with my dream, and I'm not willing to give up my dream. I'm just willing, I have this dream that I want. I could have lived my life a certain way thinking that was going to be it. That was what was going to make me happy. That was my truth. But I realized that it caused me mental conflict. I could have felt like I was being immature. I was maybe indulging my more immature nature. I could have been indulging other people in their more immature nature. And I started to realize that my dream wasn't going to come into reality. And the truth is, I changed. And life is about changing and healing and growing and maturing. And my dream isn't the same as my dream used to be, or the people I was in relationship with. Their dream was different than my dream. And so I see the truth of it. And I got out of my ego about it. And I accept that my dream isn't the same as everybody else's. What drives and motivates me is different than what drives and motivates them. And I've seen the truth of it. And I've completed that cycle. Whatever way of being or living my life, I don't view life that way anymore. I don't feel that way about myself or whatever it can be that changed. And it could have just been looking at life from a higher perspective. We could have been in our ego and felt stuck because we dealt with other people who were maybe in shadowy Aries energy, which anybody can harness. You're either motivated and inspired by truth and love in Aries energy, or you're kind of more about yourself and caught up in these things of the world. And maybe I was in relationships with people who were kind of bossy or controlling or immature, full of themselves, manipulative, egotistical, whatever. Their dream was different than my dream. And I saw the truth of that. We're not on the same page. So I've seen that truth. I've learned that lesson. I don't want to go back to repeating that way of living life because I've already lived life like that. It's just like when we were 15, when we were 18, when we were 21. We viewed life a certain way. We viewed relationships a certain way. We wanted to go indulge in certain things at different ages in our life. I've already been there and I've done that, and I don't want to do life like that anymore. I'm ready to move on to the next phase of life. And so, what is the possible outcome for the people who harness some high vibe Sagittarius energy? Oops. 2 cards not showing themselves, and the reason is because of the 2 of Swords. We also have lessons to learn about listening to our intuition. And when we're kind of younger and there's all these things we kind of want to indulge in, a lot of times our intuition could have been screaming at us, but we ignored it because we wanted to go indulge in what we wanted to go indulge in. Now we've learned lessons that I think our intuition was given to us as a gift to help us navigate in this world. And just like bats have sonar, they don't question it, they listen to it. But we as human beings have free will, and shadowy Aries can be that we kind of think we're the boss, and I think it'll work out just fine. Even if my intuition is telling me, oh, that's not a good idea, I don't think you should do this, we do it anyway. And now we've learned to listen to our intuition. And because you've learned to listen to your intuition, you're not harnessing these energies in a more shadowy way. And when you're not harnessing those energies in a more worldly, shadowy way, you're willing to cut out people in your life who do harness them in a more worldly, shadowy way, because they want you to keep living your life like that. We all have different people in our life, and some people do align with our more shadowy nature. It could be our immature nature, our prideful nature, our worldly nature, our indulgent nature, our codependent nature. And when we look at life differently and have more hope and faith and belief in our dreams and maybe heal, because High Vibe Aquarius is looking at life and putting it in perspective and about healing, we're kind of not the same person we were before, because we've kind of expanded our perception of ourselves and the world around us and what we believe is possible. And we might not want to hang out with some people in our world who might want to still be in a relationship with us, but they could still be defending their more immature, indulgent nature or ego nature or worldly nature, and that's still what drives and motivates them. And that's not our truth anymore. We're just not the same person anymore. So what is it that you're cutting out of your life? And now what people don't know about you probably as you keep moving forward is that you're harnessing those energies in a more high vibrational way. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Two earth sign energies, Taurus and Virgo, which in our more Taurus, Virgo, earth sign energy, we just could have been more about the world. Maybe wanting to be more about ourselves. More making our life more about the things of the world. And now we've learned to invest in ourselves, appreciate our worth and value, appreciate what we bring to the table, to be inspired, to love and believe in ourselves and our dreams, and being more independent of our more worldly, immature nature. The things of the past or the world just don't tempt us maybe like they used to because of these lessons that we've learned in life and just how we view life. We could be more stable, more self-aware. We've learned lessons in life. We're not the same person we were before. And maybe before, with the Seven of Pentacles having their back kind of to the Nine of Pentacles, maybe before we were in more codependent energy, because high vibe energy and high vibe Virgo is about being more independent and choosing to love yourself. From the 7 to the 9 is the Two of Pentacles. And in the Two of Pentacles, we could have still been trying to figure out what our truth was. In our dualistic nature, we can choose to align with our more hopeful, believing, loving nature or our more worldly, shadowy, immature nature. And some people are done juggling. I choose love. I choose to love me. I choose to offer myself love and compassion, forgiveness, to detach from the past pain and heartbreak and self-limiting beliefs and more immature ways of being, to know my worth and value, to want to grow to my full potential. And I've also learned to listen to my intuition. And we might know some people who are still juggling. They still can't decide, do I want to do love? Do I want to make it more about me? And while they're juggling, you've chosen love. I'm going to go find the people in the world who are on the same page as me, and I'm going to communicate my truth to other people. This is how I'm moving forward. Do you want to move forward with me? Some of those people will, some of those people won't. And we just don't get caught up in our ego about it and let it keep us stuck. I accept that people are where they're at. They view life the way they view it. That's not my truth. If you're in a happily wonderful living your life, peace be with you. If you're kind of more immature or whatever, I don't have to know your truth. But sometimes I might communicate my truth, and other people initially might communicate with me, but they already know what my truth is. And they might realize, oh, yeah, I didn't know you'd picked a path. I could have thought you were more in kind of wanting to indulge. And it's like, no, I don't want to just indulge. I want to do truth and love and justice and fairness and bring a dream into reality. And they might know they just like to indulge. So it's like, oh, yeah, no, you can go. I'm going to go find someone else to get in a relationship with because that's not my truth. But others of them, when you communicate to some people, they could quit moving forward the way they were moving forward because your truth made them look at life differently and look at life from a bigger picture and inspired them to maybe quit sabotaging and backstabbing themselves and making their life more about these things. And you inspired them to stand up and speak their truth and to move forward with you. And some people don't want to be independent of you because their intuition is telling them that you are someone their dream can come into reality with. But we can only do that with people who are willing to communicate with us and work with us to bring that dream into reality. And if people aren't communicating with us and inspired to work with us to bring that dream into reality, then we just have to assume they're off living a wonderful life or maybe a more worldly, shadowy life. Regardless, I'm going to keep moving forward. If we're not on the same page, we're not on the same page. I'm going to keep listening to my intuition. The people who aren't working together with me, I wish you peace, love, and joy. And I'm going to keep moving forward, listening to my intuition with the people in my life, friends, family, adult children, coworkers, the people that are willing to move forward with me in high vibe energy of truth and love and justice and fairness and character and integrity and authenticity. Those are the people I'm going to move forward with. And I'll wish the other people peace. You're no longer stuck. You're listening to your intuition and inspired to bring your dreams into reality. So there you go, Sagittarius energy. I wish you peace, love, and joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.